Okay, how are you? Today I am going to talk about my gear, and it all fits in this one bag right here. This bag is 22 inches high. All right, 22, maybe 23. All right, it's a small bag and I fit all my gear into it. So let's see what we got, what we're working with. Here's my reflector. Any reflector works, doesn't matter what kind you have. All right, this one is silver on one side, white on the other. It happens to be, but like details, it is 38 inches, 36 inches. It's all the same. One thing you need to learn about gear is that it doesn't matter what you have. Use what you have. That's the important thing. Now this bag is awesome. It's a think tank bag. It's discontinued because it's like an inch higher than it's supposed to be for airplanes carry-on. It's literally an inch. So my MacBook. Now I fit everything in this bag right here. I have my cameras, 2 lenses, light stands, lights, umbrellas, and all of my accessories. This is all I roll into every single job with. I am the king of micro gear, and it's awesome. Makes your life easy. You don't have to roll in with gigantic dollies filled with all this gear. I've been shooting corporate headshots for 20 years. This is what I use. Started off a lot bigger gear set, and what a pain in the neck. Buildings that don't let you in, you got to use the freight elevator, yada yada yada. This is easy, easy. We like easy, so I want to show you. And it's light. Well, it's kind of light. I mean, it's packed. All right, so what do you have? I'm going to slide it open. I start off with, I just have this white, it's like a 4 foot by 6 foot white background. And sometimes if I need it, I use it. Sometimes I just use it as a tablecloth. Most of the time I don't use it at all. All right, I'm gonna see if I can tip this without having it all fall. Now granted, this thing is packed to the brim, but here's what we got. Let's start off with an A-clamp. This is my Canon R5, and it has a 70 to 200 2.8 lens, great for headshots. Next, I also have a 2470. I'm not going to take it out of the bag. It's a Canon 2470 2.8. These 2 lenses, you can do any and every job on the planet. All right, let's talk about my light stands. I love light. This thing weighs nothing. Okay, this is a Besson Photo C5188. I'll put all the gear down in the description. Okay, this thing is light as a feather, and it opens up, and I'll see how high it goes. 6 feet 8. Okay, and that's opened not all the way. I can make this a little higher, but I kind of have it so how, you know, it's spread out pretty wide, so it's pretty stable. All right, these are awesome. Buy them on Amazon. Super lightweight. Before that, I had this brand, even lighter. This carbon fiber. This is, I wouldn't recommend this though, but this is a Nissin LS50C. They actually discontinued this. This is even a few ounces lighter. It's basically the same exact thing, just for like 25% of the price. I'll list it all. All right, and I've got, so 3 light stands. This is the Besson Photo A5188, but this one is aluminum, so it weighs a couple of ounces more. A little cheaper than the carbon fiber. I actually bought it by accident. I thought I was buying another carbon fiber one. This was like 200 bucks. This is insane, but super light, the lightest thing on the planet. And now these Besson Photos, they do a great job. So I have not 1, not 2, but 3 light stands. In addition, and I'm going to show you my setup in a bit. In addition, I also have one of these zip shots. Again, everything seems to be, I don't know why, everything I have is no longer available. This little guy right here, I use as my background light. It's just, it's basically a tripod for like a point and shoot camera. It's awesome. I got 2 of these. One is a little taller, but this is great. This is about 2.5 feet. 2.5 feet. And the key is, packs up very tiny. I'm all about having micro gear. Super light. I do not want to carry a boatload of gear. This, I got at B&H. This is, believe it or not, a selfie stick. You know? And I've got this extra impact clampy hook thingy. That's the technical term. And I use this for my reflector holder. Where was that one? For this. I hold this, I open it up, clamp it on one side, use my A-clamp on the other, and then I attach it to this guy, and I'll show you how my other accessories as well. So what else? We've got speed lights. To me, it's the best light source on the planet. Why? Because it's the smallest, and it packs a punch. I never use more than 1/8 power for any of my photos. Well, I'm doing groups, it's different, but still. All headshot stuff, 1/8 of a power. I have 1, I have 2, and I have 3. I got 3 of these fitting in the bag. And I have the transmitter, Speedlight transmitter, STE3R2RT, excuse me. Canon. Oh, by the way, brands. I used to only buy I'm a believer in buying the best. This is your profession. You don't want to kind of cheap out on certain things, especially you want stuff that's reliable. So I have this, and I bought the Canon Speedlights. These are the 600s. Guess what? When the Canons broke, everyone, you know, after a while, I've been doing this for 20 years. I switched over to Yongnuo. There's a bunch of different brands. Again, these are now like $150 again. This is a YN600E XRT2. I would buy a cheap brand like Yongnuo or you know, whatever. You can do your research. I would buy the best though version of their product. So at the time when I got this was the best speed light that they had. So I got 3 of these. They're all Yongnuos. My Canons, either I dropped them or they eventually faded out after like 10 years. And then my umbrellas. I've got 2 umbrellas. Can you believe how small these are? Tiny, tiny. And they're 2 different brands. This is a one of those highlighters, they call it. I actually cut the little tip off here, the umbrella knob, just because it wouldn't fit in my bag. I'm all about micro. And then you've got a diffuser that kind of goes on it. And this is, how big is this? Guys, people want to know how big stuff is. It is 35 inches, probably 36 inches is what they would do. All right, I use this as my hair light with this. Next, we have, where's the other guy? Where'd he go? He's here. This is, it's called Unplugged Studio. Westcott makes one as well. It's tiny, look at this tiny. What is it? It packs down to what? What does this pack down to? It packs down to, all right, we're taking guesses, 18 inches, all right? If I needed it even shorter, I'd cut part of this off if I had to. But it opens up, it's huge. I invented the umbrella twirl. I don't know if you know that. Yes, I did. See if you get the reference. All right, how big is this umbrella? This is 40 inches. 40-inch umbrella, huge, all right? And this is just some random diffuser I got that goes on top of it. I like to diffuse my light. What else is in my bag of tricks? I've already showed you that, an extra battery. Gotta have an extra battery. I wouldn't skimp on the batteries. Here's a Canon battery, comes with it. When I bought this, they didn't have any extras. I buy most of my stuff. I'll talk about where I buy my stuff. But I bought this battery, I think at B&H. This is a Manfrotto battery. Normally, I don't recommend second party anything when it comes to batteries, but it does well for me. It's not bad at all. What else? I love these. So these current speed lights that I use AA batteries, okay? The newer ones, again, these are a few years old, but the newer ones have their own little battery pack chargeables. Always get extras. But if you're using the AA batteries, these little battery holders make your life easy. I got a bunch of them. They're half full. These are all ready to go. I swear by the Eneloop brand. It used to be Panasonic, but Eneloop, or maybe Panasonic owns them. Eneloop. These are the pros. These are the black ones, not the white ones. These are a little more, they're ridiculously expensive, but they last. And again, this is your profession. Don't cheap out on batteries. I buy the best. Then we have our adapters. So these are awesome. I love these, and I'm surprised more people aren't using these. Photix is the brand, P-H-O-T-T-I-X, Photix. And what this does, basically, you'll see images of a speed light being attached to an umbrella, and often the time it's pointing not in the center of the umbrella. So what these do is, it's just a little Velcro strap. I don't even open or close it. I just put it right on, and there you have it. It's going nowhere, okay? It's not gonna fall off, don't worry about it, okay? And this now sits very low. There's no stress on the mount. A lot of people complain, well, the speed light's great, but the foot breaks, or it's made of plastic. Some brands, this is metal, Yongnuo makes it metal, but some brands make these plastic and they break. Well, there's no pressure, okay? There's no pressure on this at all. So it's awesome. Highly recommend these. And then this is just a standard doohickey clamp. I don't know what you call it, but I'll put it in the description. Super light, super small. All right, I've got 2 of those. I actually have an extra one that I used for I did a group shot. So I actually had another umbrella in here, so that's it. And then I use this little clamp thing. It's by Impact, an ME100 Atom clamp. And I use this for my, where did it go? Where did it go? For my reflector. So it goes on there, tightens it up, and this goes on the light stand. So, and now accessories. Tape, painter's tape, so it doesn't stick to anything. This is great. I'm using this for sometimes marking off where people are gonna stand, or sometimes I'll tape up a backdrop. And then what else do we have in my little bag of tricks? I have a little grid that I'll sometimes use for the background light. Pointing to a background, we'll talk about backgrounds later. 2 most invaluable pieces of equipment I have in here, well, third, gotta have good breath, are these little mini A-clamps. Tiny, it's like 1 inch. These are fantastic. I use these all the time when a guy's got a shirt that's too big and it looks super sloppy. I'll go to the back, clip it on, tighten it up so that their shirt, when they're wearing a shirt and tie, they look amazing. I always forget, so I'm constantly reminding, please don't walk back to your desk with this. I've got a bunch of these. Second most important thing, these are fantastic oil absorption sheets. All right, what these do is they get rid of the shine. Someone's kind of oily. I don't use makeup artists. Again, all my clients are corporate. They want to be in and out. They're not spending money on a makeup artist. This is, 10-minute session, 15-minute sessions, in and out. 5 people, 10 people, 20 people, 30 people, whatever it is. So these, give them to them. They pat, sucks up all the oil. It reduces the shine. All right, and what else? I got a bunch of other stuff. This is Hollywood Fashion Secrets Fashion Tape. You can get both of these at any major drugstore like CVS, Duane Reade, Walgreens, etc., etc. Double stick tape. I use this like once a year, but I hardly ever use it. But if someone's got a piece of fabric that's not quite behaving, you pull it off and tape things down. It's good to have in the bag of tricks. A Leatherman type knife, it's good to have every once in a while. You got to tighten something up. Then, what else? We're not done. I have a hand mirror. Handle broke. Oh well, it still works. People check themselves out. They use their phones, but this is a little better. I try to clean it off before every shoot. And then I shoot tethered. Oof, we'll go into tethering. That's a whole big topic in itself. Is my tether cable that attaches my camera to my laptop, so as I'm taking pictures, the photos go right into the laptop, so they can then view them. And then what else do I have in my bag of tricks? I got a gel pack, a Sellens lighting filters. I rarely ever use these, but just different gels you can put on a light, change the background. And I've got a lens cleaner, cloth, and some other Again, I gotta clean stuff out. This is a card reader, a SanDisk card reader. Every once in a while, my tethering doesn't work, and I just have to shoot where I take the card and load it into my laptop. So I use this, and there's a cord. So all of that fits inside this Think Tank case. It's awesome. It's on wheels. Highly recommend if you're going to be. I'm in the city. I'm in Manhattan. So my goal has always been in life, I like to travel light. But my point is, being lean and mean just makes life a lot easier. So, like I said, I've been doing this for a while. 20 years ago, 23 years ago, maybe even, I had a big thing of gear. And I'd walk into an office and they're like, whoa, 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 you got to use the freight elevator. You can't just, walk in with all this stuff. So that's, it's just a hiccup. It's an interruption. You need more time. Sometimes the freight elevator guy is on break or on lunch, and then they're like, oh, well, you're a vendor, so now you need liability insurance. I have liability insurance. I recommend you have liability insurance. But for me, it was like you get $1 million standard policy, right? You get $1 million liability insurance, and then you get a vendor or the client that says, oh, we now want $2 million. So you're like, all right, I get you $2 million liability insurance policy. My rates go up, but okay, you want it. I got 1 million other clients. They'll probably want it too. Then they went to 3 million. And then I think I might have said okay. And then I think there was one other time and I'm like, yeah, no, that's it. No, I don't have that policy. Here's what I have, one of these. But then I learned, like, you know what? Let me be a little surreptitious. Let me be a little sneaky, a little more agile. So I got rid of all my equipment and I decided to buy everything smaller, super lightweight that can fit into this roller bag. So I just roll in. You don't know that I'm even a photographer. And that's one of the things I tell my clients. Say, listen, just don't even tell them I'm a photographer. I'm here to visit so-and-so. That's it. The only big thing I have is this lens, the 70-200. It's certainly a big lens. For a period of time, I shot with an 85 just because it was small. The only reason. But I like this, and I'll talk about why I like it at another video. But that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. Ask me any questions. Please do me a favor. I am new to this. I've been doing this for 20 years. I make a 6-figure income. You can learn a lot from me. Please subscribe. It helps me. Please like, share it, comment. And if you have any questions, I'm here to mentor you, to help you in any way I possibly can. I want you to succeed. And I have a lot of knowledge. I'm not the smartest guy in the world. I'm not the greatest photographer in the world, but I consistently work week in, week out, month after month. I got clients that have been with me for years. They keep calling me back for a reason. So I can teach you something. Like, subscribe, and I look forward to answering any of your questions and seeing you in the next video. Take care. Bye.